I'm going to push record, and then I guess you all have to as well. Do your thing. And then place these hands somewhere that needs some love and compassion. You know, maybe you have an injury. Yes. Anywhere. Maybe your heart. You know, maybe you've given yourself a lot of opposite of affirmational talk lately. And you just need to remind yourself, hey, I'm doing my best. I'm showing up in the world. And I want to do that as my most authentic, beautiful self. Dropping into your breath, into this body, with all your compassionate love, with all your presence, with all your awareness, that you are a whole and holy being. And smiling, let that resonate through. Bring your hands together at your heart, touching whatever you feel called to do. Bow your chin, rest your eyes to this deep awareness of self. This great work in that is our yoga practice. On your next inhale, feel yourself lengthen tall. Exhale this breath with like great gratitude. We'll chant together, sound of Om 3 times. Inhale to begin. Om. Breathe breath into your hands. Catch that breath, hold it, and just feel all your sacred gifts, all these things about yourself that are unique that maybe you didn't like so much when you were younger. Maybe you don't have anything. Maybe you have something you can put in there and feel it with your compassionate love. I'm going to take this and just wash this over my whole being, and that just releasing. And then let your hands rest. Lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, so we're going to start with a foot massage, and I'm going to give you a choice. If you want to stay seated, just rub your foot, or you want to stand up. However you want to do that. Passionately kind. So I do have my tennis ball here. I'm going to use that. We only have one, so it's going to do a foot massage.
I get to rub my foot.
Yeah. You know, this cannot, sometimes not everybody's favorite, but wow, there's a real wake up. And, you know, there was a woman at the Herald, and Ann and I used to practice at the Calgary Herald together a long time ago. And there was a woman who used to do this with golf balls. Yeah, I'm probably not doing that anymore.
I hope. It's like self-torture.
Okay, drop into your breath. Into your love for this foot, to its mobility, into its tightness, into its openness, into its spaciousness. If you're on the floor at some point in the next, let's say we'll do 10 more breaths. So weaving your fingers in between your toes. And if you're here on the tennis ball, you know, just going to really press into that tender spot. See if I can lift the toes a little bit, get more into the arch of the foot. And then I'm just going to wave the knee a little bit. So I'm just putting as much weight. You could put your, oh, that's good. But you're breathing, hopefully smiling, exploring. And then let's take maybe the last 2 breaths. Now Hearts and Trouble is going to start playing. Okay, release if you're there or not. Pause. feel, look, see what you've done. Yeah, rub it up. Okay, and then whenever you're ready, take your time. No place to go but to the next one. Yeah, it's incredible, right?
It's lovely.
I think that's only going to get worse as we age. So here, like how lucky that we have this little thing, you know, not so little. Yes. So what's in your toolbox when you do have those injuries and you're like, how can you help yourself? Like, you know, heartburn doesn't always work, but sometimes a twist can get it. Breathing into your solar plexus, massaging, you know, it's just like, how can that's just one thing I could think of that I'm like, okay, when that happens, what are my tools? Something we'll probably all experience at some point. So, okay, moving into the final few moments here, you like that, more weight, more moving, more breathing. I'm going to release from this, but whatever you need to do, stay there, be in your feet. Okay, so I'm just going to move this out of the way. And then if you're standing and you want to come down, you know, a little bit of one-legged practice, then I'm just going to do that. We'll just meet sitting. So if I'm standing, I'm going to take which one's my dominant leg? I'm going to stand on the non-dominant side first, so it's way more wobbly. And then, you know, yeah, it's challenging. Okay. All right, so we're going to start on your back, and we're going to take these two blankets that we were playing with the other day. This time we're going to roll them into phyllo dough, so into your triplicate. And then you might want, I have a block here for my head. I also have that dog bed right just above, out of camera, but it's there. So something for your head, if you like that. And then we're going to place these. So this one's going to go underneath the heart space. And we're going to actually let's start with this one underneath the hips. And then, you know, I have my heating pad here. So I'm actually just going to move it up. I'm taking it. Yeah, go over the shoulder. Oh, do it a hole. How to place your heating pad. Yoga practice. I actually Googled it to see if anyone else is doing it. And I did find somebody who's doing a heated yoga mat. It's Kickstarter. So, okay, this is where we're going to be. So, you know, once you get down, you figure out what would feel good. Put the blanket, arms over the blanket or on top, and then, you know, the head's dropping back a bit. That's not a happy thing. And put something underneath your head. Yeah, heart's just through the bolster there. I still have the block. Just gonna put it aside. Okay, then you take your time. You might caterpillar, inchworm, like just move yourself a little bit. Maybe there's some cat-cow that can happen. You see, oh, okay, does this feel good? I'm just gonna lift the arms and roll one shoulder to the next and move the arms so maybe I can get the shoulder blades placed nice. Okay, so take your time, do some moving. And then if you want to stretch your legs, some people just need that. That's their medicine. And other people, that's not the medicine. So you feel. Okay. And then we're just going to take some time here. Whatever works. I have my knees bent. I'm going to heel toe the feet. Bring the knees together. Heart has his legs straight. All works. And then just starting to bring your awareness deep inside. Feel anything that's coming up from this. As we let the mid back drop, something coming up. You see something. Feel something. I was saying if you're bringing any extra tension into your face, smile, the quickest way release that. With your head supported in a nice way, you can let the sides of the neck, your jaw just relax. And bringing in maybe a very slow, lovely Ujjayi breath. So you breathe in through your nose and out through your nose, sealing the back of your throat. Just making a noisy wave sound in your head. And maybe adding in your awareness of the circular rotation of your breath. Possibly you feel the exhale down the back of the body to the tail, and the inhale traveling up. It might be opposite for you, so that's just your information. Be with the sound and the flow. A few more moments. So last one. Go around with your breath and then just release all of that into normal breath. And we're going to bend the knees. If they aren't, separate the knees, walk your feet apart, and come into you know it. Ready to say it? Windshield wiper. Just allowing this blanket roll to massage the sides of the body, back of the body. And even just add a little bit of feet, so just lifting the toes up. Good. It might start to travel up. So you just keep with the windshield wiper, you lift one hip, and just like draw that hip over the other one a little bit more. Just see as that I get some twisting to the upper body. And do maybe one more on each side. And we're going to come back to center with the knees bent. Now, I'm just going to move this blanket roll down a little bit more towards the tail so we can come into a cat-cow. So you're going to feel, oh, maybe that's too far down. Take it back up. So you're just playing. So you can roll your hips up and down over the blanket. So you're just playing with what you can get here. Okay, so now you've got this. Your blanket is hopefully in a good place, feet in a good place. The next time you drop your belly down and we roll, in here, let's accentuate it. So draw from the pubic bone to the navel. In. So you're just really going to press down into the solar plexus area and the mid back to the belly. See if you can spread out. You can do that. If you almost press out, still engaging this lift, pushing out, soften your jaw, and then release. Just come to almost like a neutral here. But your mid back might be lifting off the floor. And now with the feet bent and the knees not touching, I'm going to just press that right knee away, like you're taking your knees for a walk, and then the left knee. So you're just moving your knees, imagining that they're moving away, so towards the back of your mat and back, like you're just going for a little walk. So you just find that. You might feel it as like one hip lifting and the other, but you're not really rolling to your side so much. Just do your best. Okay, now come to center. Just hang out for a moment. You want to stretch your legs out or bring the knees together. Nice big breath in. Breathe out. Now take the arms overhead. Separate the knees, bend your feet again. Okay, come back to this. Now I'm going to call it hip walking. As much, it's not really about the knees now.
It's about lifting one hip and then the other. So you're just going to find that, and maybe you go really slow so you can feel like the back, you lift one hip and you're on the other side, and then as you come back, you feel the sacrum, hip come down. So it's really about the coming down. We have the blanket there. So nice and slow. Feel and reveal. How much movement do you have here? Maybe it's not a lot. Well, that's good information. Okay. Let's do one more on each side. Smile. If it's not a lot of movement, you smile. Okay. And come back. Okay, I'm going to bring the knees in. And, where you have this blanket, you could move it down a little bit. It's just going to really support maybe the tip of the sacrum towards the tail. I'm going to hug the knees in. It's going to just bring the thighs in a little closer. Maybe you wrap your arms, maybe not. Maybe you're behind the thighs. Can you just soften yourself here into your child's pose? I'm going to lift my head up, lengthen through the sides of both ears, lengthening. And then let the head come back down. Your feet can relax if you like. Maybe the cheeks of your buttocks can relax a little bit. And this little lift from the two ends. Melt yourself as best as you can. Okay, just if you're gripping opposite elbows or wrists, just notice where you have your hands, because we're going to do this again and we want to have opposite grip. So I'm just going to notice my left arm's in front, whatever you've got going on. Okay, release, set your feet on the floor, come back to resting. Okay, you want to stretch your legs out. Things have shifted, you see how that is. No good, it's no good. Now we take the arms over the head. Just extend in two directions. Mid-back, mid-body is just hovering above the floor. Drop the shoulders into their support. Good. Okay. Bend the knees. Good. You're going to bring the arms down by your side. We're going to lift the hips up just enough so you can pull this blanket roll up. And what we're going to look for here is more that the tailbone is going to drop. So I feel this blanket is underneath the sacrum, maybe even a little bit above. And the tail and the cheeks are dropping to the floor. It might not be touching. Take your time. Feel that. And now we're just going to rock and roll with the feet, knees bent, feet on the floor. You're going to push the feet away, roll yourself. We roll forward, the tailbone lifts. And then bring it on back. So we're just rolling again over this blanket roll. As much as you can feel the feet are doing this. Yeah. You're just rolling in your cat and your cow, lifting the hips and dropping them down. And the blanket is just helping you. Okay. So once you've got that motion, let's do maybe one or two more. And then bring yourself into neutral. We're going to push the feet down. You're going to lift the tailbone, but we're not coming up off the blanket roll. I'm just rolling. So the pressure really comes into the solar plexus, bottom of the ribs. You're going to really lift up from the pubic bone to your navel. Draw it in. You might even press it down. Feet are engaged. So you're just really pulling, everything in here. I'm going to add the head. Take the hands behind the head, lift your head up. Maybe you can look at your tummy here. I'm going to open the elbows out to the side if that's okay. Good. I'm going to pull the head away and keep drawing in, keep pushing your feet down. And then release yourself all the way down. Let the tail just drop. So you're here in this release. If you want to stretch your legs out, might be a lot for your back. You see how you feel. And then breathe here. Beautiful. Yes. And I'm going to take the arms over the head. Big stretch. I'm going to keep the arms where they are. Bend your non-dominant leg, separate the feet, nice distance, and we'll come to windshield wiper. We're just gonna explore this, go as slow as you need. Oh, yeah. Okay. Adding the arms, so as I roll to one side, I'm just lifting that arm and reaching it away. Okay, and then we'll come to center. And I'm gonna bring the knees back in, and here, like, it might not be as accessible. So you do it, you know, if you need to move the blanket down, that's fine. Okay, find your grip. Or you're holding, you know, maybe the knees need to go wide. Honor your space. And let your legs relax. And now I'm just focusing on really letting the shoulders release. Every exhale. Soften your face for a few breaths. We're going to lift the head up, lengthen through the sides of the head. Even maybe the tops of the shoulders draw down a little bit. And then lower your head, release yourself out of this, you know, this big arch. So very gently put your feet down. If you need a windshield wiper, you need to just, you know, find movement or rest. Again, the tail's just dropping off. Okay, so we're gonna bring the blanket roll up again. So again, find your feet, lift your hips, pull it up, and this time, you know, the whole tail tush on the floor. It's really underneath the side of the waist. If that's okay, you can always make your blanket roll less. So they're not too far away. Maybe there's an inch separating the two blankets. Okay, and then just, you know, be here for a few moments. Legs stretched, your knees bent. Drop in. Okay, I'm going to start to sweep the arms overhead. Take a few deep, beautiful breaths here. Maybe bring in the Ujjayi breath. And just really expanding, you know, what's on offer here. Everything from the solar plexus up. Okay, bet you can guess what we're going to do next. Starts with a W. Separate your feet. I'm going to change the placement of the feet. I'm just going to step them away a little bit, change the angle. And then we're just moving. And now we're really into the side waist. It's almost like a twist. You can add the arms if you like, just stretching, rolling. Then you might be moving a little bit up or down on your blankets. So just, you know, you can use that. Maybe you have to walk it back. Good. All right, we're going to bring it to center. We're going to stretch the legs out, and hopefully here you're going to feel the whole backs of the legs on the floor. If that's not happy for you for whatever reason, you know, of course, bend your knees. Okay, breathe here. Nice full inhale. And full exhale. Okay, let's bend dominant leg, foot to floor, non-dominant leg. Wherever you want to put your feet so you feel supported. I'm going to take the hands behind the head and interlace the fingers. So hopefully that's okay. Okay. Now you're going to draw your belly in and up. As you exhale, lift your head, lengthen through the sides of the head. You can use your hands here. Maybe the elbows come in. Okay, I'm going to heel toe my feet a little bit closer together. I'm going to bring the right knee in. See if I can just aim the left elbow. And then, you know, right there, I feel like really pressing into this blanket. So maybe the arm rests on the other one. Okay, you know what we're going to do. We're just going to switch. So we held that one for a few beats. So let's do that. And just feel Okay, and then just very, you can see how slow I'm going. Nice and slow. Maybe there's a touch, maybe not. You're very connected. If you want to go a little deeper, well, as you touch the knee, you extend the other leg. So it's up to you. You know, you find your flow, place where you can still smile, be in this, you know, we're just working all those nice intrinsic places. Now I'm going to do a few more with a smile, with joy, with gratitude. Okay, we're going to end on the left. Okay, and now just release. You can move the blanket roll down if you like, put it in a place that you're going to get some benefit. Stretch your legs out or don't. I'm just going to put that blanket roll back up because I feel like you get a little back bendy. Oh yeah, that's nice. Good. Okay, nice deep breath in. Breathe it out. Okay. Bend the knees, feet to the floor. You're gonna put the blanket back to the original, the OG position. So right over your sacrum. Okay, take a moment. Maybe windshield wiper, just find whatever you need to do to kind of be here. You know, shoulder blades on the blanket, maybe the arms lift, and you do a little bit of this rolling one shoulder and the other, and then come back. Okay, from here, I'm gonna bring the right knee in, and we're gonna rock, okay? So I'm just bringing this in and out, using the blanket. Just facilitate this rocking. If it works to stretch the left leg out, do that. Okay, you're just pumping very gently, smiling. And then we're just going to keep this right thigh in. I'm going to drop the shoulders, lift the head, re-lengthen to put it back down. Breathe. Okay, one more full breath. Okay, I'm going to stretch the right leg up to the sky and take these hands, flip the palms, take them overhead. So we're here, okay? Mid back is probably lifting off the floor. You can always have your legs bent, but just paint some lines moving across. So open the right leg out to the right and out to the left, and the arms can come down by your sides if that's better. Just move here, rolling over this blanket, letting the mid body have some space to drop into. Good. Okay, one more. Now I'm going to bring that right leg up to the sky. I'm going to bend the left leg, cross knee over knee. Okay, be here for a moment. Just feel. Okay, we're going to move it to twist. So arms are going to open to the side. Now, blanket roll, I said under the sacrum, if that works. You feel them. So left foot's on the floor. Lift the hips up, shift them over to the right, still on the blanket, and then drop your knees to the left. And you need to uncross the legs, do that. It's quite a big twist. Make it your. Sorry, guys. Breathe here. And I'm going to take both arms and just reach them overhead, if that's okay. You might be moving here too, you know, make some room. Okay, 2 more breaths. Hold it. Hold it. We're all working on it. Okay, 1 more breath. Now just unfurl. So you might uncross your legs, walk them back, come back. Be. You need to slip that blanket out, or you know, whatever you need to do. Be with what has changed. Okay. And I'm just going to reposition so that you feel like mid body is just, you know, getting this little hammock. Okay, we're gonna do all that with the left leg, so both feet are bent. I'm gonna bring the left knee in, opposite interlace, and then just find your little rocking horse action here. You can always stretch the leg out. Using the props in some way here to access these parts unknown, but maybe more known to us because we've been doing this for so long. But they're always changing, so there's that too. Always a yes and no. Yes, but. Great. Oxymoron of everything. Yeah, I'm just holding this in. Taking a few moments to let the shoulders drop, jaw drop. I can't remember if we lifted the head last time, but I'm going to do it now. And just stand through both sides of the head. Put it back down. And we're going to extend the leg up and take the arms out to the side. So however you're here, start to paint some lines. Opening up. Using, the blanket. Give yourself a massage. Good morning, a twisting, an awakening. Good. Let's do a few more. Okay. Bring that leg up. Bend the right leg, cross knee over knee. Just be here for a few moments, see how it is for you. Notice maybe you feel more grounded under your props. Wow. Okay, I'm going to push the right foot into the floor, lift the hips, sweep them well over to the left. I'm going to drop this over. And whatever needs to happen here, we need to come apart, that's all fine. There you go. Notice, maybe you don't have to say anything. Maybe this is your tighter side, or this side feels so much better. Now I take the arms overhead just for space. Drop into whatever you can. Softening the skin of your forehead. So first place we hold tension. Confusion. Overthinking. One more full breath. Side out. Make your way back onto your back. Okay, breathe here. Okay, so underneath, blanket underneath sacrum, mid back just kind of hovering off the floor, shoulders supported. Separate your feet. We're not going to do full windshield wiper. I'm going to keep the right knee up and just drop the left knee to the inseam of the right leg. Maybe even drawing that left hip up. Squeeze the right knee in. Flex your feet if you need to. Split the knees a little bit. And then as you exhale, let that go. Lift the left knee up. On the exhale, drop that right knee in. And maybe the foot tones. The right hip can even hug in. I'm going to take the left knee and just cross it over. And then smile. Okay. On your exhale, let it come back. Pause here as you inhale. Do it one more time on each side. So you're just going to move in really slow. How can you compact your hips, even crossing the legs over, supporting the knee, melting what you can. And then exhale. Then you release and move to the last side. Just, getting so compact in the center point. Okay. Let it go. Come to center. We're going to take that blanket that's underneath the hips. You're just going to pull it out. Let the hip come all the way down to the floor. Still have the shoulders supported, so walk yourself up or down, find a nice support for the shoulders. Okay, windshield wiper, just like this. Walking. Okay. Bring yourself to center. I'm gonna hug the knees in. And you see how this goes. Maybe it's a knees wide, hugging them in. Maybe it's a happy baby. You just find your place here. There's a rocking side to side, massaging the upper back. Okay. Bring yourself to rest on your back. So the more the feet, if you're taking your feet up to happy baby, then you might even just pull them a little bit more over towards your head. So we just get a little bit more pressure into the upper back, and you might even feel this blanket a little more, drop into a little more. Soften the glutes if you can. Smile. Okay, and now I'm going to bring the knees in. Just going to interlace or opposite interlace the fingers, and we'll lift the head up. So just hug it in. Lengthen two sides of your head. Draw the shoulders down. Smile. One more breath. Lower your head. We're going to come up to sitting, so you can either roll to the side, but you want to explore a little rock and roll with all these props, and maybe it's great, maybe not. Kind of feel. I'm using my hands and just lifting myself up until like a little in the shoulders, if that works. Okay. Just coming up whenever you get here, sitting up. And yes. Okay, let's take a moment to just feel. Okay, so we're going to move into a few forward folds. You have your blankets to sit on, your bolsters. I'm going to use the blocks. If you have your chair handy and when you fold forward, you don't go that far, you could always put your chair there. Okay, so I'm just going to sit on this little folded blanket here. Yes, I'll give the heating up. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my little block that I have here. If you want to put your socks on too and be warm and cozy this gloomy day we have here. Okay, I feel I'm going to pull this blanket roll that I have here and put it up. Maybe it'll support underneath the knees nice. Maybe you prefer your bolster. So here we are. You could even go up and maybe underneath the thighs. You see what feels good. Just gonna wiggle myself off. I just have the fleshy bits. Sit bones are down. Okay, do what you need to do here. Let's take a few moments. We're gonna start in this forward fold. I'm gonna begin to lift the arms up. Let's just take a few breaths here, to lifting yourself and anchoring. Maybe you want to, maybe it's a cat-cow for you. You just kind of feel, how can I get connected to this? And then as you inhale, grow tall, reach up. And as you exhale, maybe the arms come out to the side and come down first, and you walk yourself forward, or you reach. And you just come to that place. I have one block, and I know I'm good here with one block. That's not the case all the time. So you just kind of build yourself a house. Here, I'm just going to show this. So I have one block and then the other one angled. I can actually use that, the angling. It's nice to rest the third eye. If it doesn't happen for you, I say use the chair. If it doesn't happen, it's fine. Of course, pose is going to happen. But what's really nice about resting the third eye is that then the whole body relaxes. So just be in your, I want to say happy, but it's not always happy. You're just exploring. So if you do, you're resting the third eye or up at the hairline a little bit, not collapsing through the neck. So that would be, if the chin is lifting, you want to just keep that nice and long. Just following the path into those places that you're becoming aware of. Bathing them with your love, your compassionate love. Very present presence. Your ever flowing, ever healing breath. Integrating all of your years of practice, your years of knowledge. How can I find my comfort in this discomfort? This is the essence of practice, knowing that there are good things and maybe not so easy things on the horizon. How do we show up? How can we be our best version of ourselves, even when we are at a place that's not so easy? How can we be compassionate to ourselves, even when we step off the path? Because that's going to happen too. And into your rage or whatever it is that, or the things you said or whatever, just forgive yourself. Chances are pretty good that you're the only one thinking about it. Passionately let go. Feel your breath, the sensations, and you here, connecting all of that. Slowly walk yourself upright and then just bask in the afterglow. If that means leaning back, leaning forward, or sitting upright, just be in that afterglow. So we're going to bring the legs together. It could be a Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together. Oh, this blanket won't fit so nice for me. Not for you, but you need to figure it out. You could go cross-legged as well, and then we'll have an opportunity to change. So we're just going to do the same thing. Here, the block might come inside the feet. You could also prop up and figure it out. So once you're here, I'm going to press the soles of the feet together. I'm going to hug the hips together. Reach up. So just get so long and stable here, whatever that means. If you're cross-legged, it might be a little easier for you to find it. And then as you exhale, the arms can open out to the side or they can take you forward. You just find your place, drop in. Move my block to rest on the feet. That's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to swing these arms underneath into a turtle pose and rest here. And you're just going to create for yourself whatever it is, cross-legged, forward fold, Baddha Konasana. Be very present to your experience. How can you find comfort? In your own little cocoon. This is a quiet place of deep listening. You're going to be here for about another at least 10 breaths. Maybe 2 more, and then if you have your legs crossed, change the cross of your legs and you can come up. Just keep your eyes very soft. Your breathing slows. You bring in your Ujjayi breath, the way of calming yourself, soothing yourself. Dropping in for your final few minutes here. Let go. Feel your feelings. And lovingly start to come up. And you're just going to sit for a few moments into that. So, don't rush. If you're digging it, stay as you are. Just coming to cross-legged, sit however you like. Feel connection to tailbone, crown of head, lifting of your heart, and the dropping of the sacrum. And from the soft place, you move into your Shavasana. So I'm going to take the legs up the wall. Great time to do that in my day and for a day. But you set up however you like, in a way that is going to be nourishing. And we have close to 10 minutes here. It's always a gift. Make yourself warm. Bring in your heating pads. Okay, eye pillows, blankets, all of those good things. Preparing to gift yourself this time and space to just simply be. Okay, so as soon as I get here, I'm just starting to massage my third eye and just above the whole forehead, the eyebrows, above and below the eye bone, the temples. It's a way of soothing the senses of your face. And like I said, during our practice, the first place that we take tension is the third eye, as you're trying to figure out, when you're trying to do your thinking. So smooth your thinking brain. Anything else? Maybe just touch those places you did at the very beginning, your heart, your upper chest, your arms. A reminder that you're taking care of you the best way you can right now. You're doing your best. You're showing up. You're doing the work. And the work right now is in being very present to the grounding, releasing of any tension in the breath, the body, the mind. Showering yourself with your own compassionate kindness, your self-love, your gratitude for self. Shavasana. Staying present. Softly guiding your awareness. Places you naturally hold tension. The forehead and the third eye. Your cheeks. Your tongue. Your throat. Back of your heart. Your heart space. Your solar plexus, upper belly. Your navel center. Base of your lower abdomen. Base, your pelvic floor. Sending that energy and awareness through the length of your legs to the soles of your feet, the spaces between your toes. Out your arms, your palms, your fingers, and the spaces in between your fingers. Just being a little heavier and a little lighter at the same time. Bathing yourself with your breath as it is. Maybe it's gone very shallow. Just experiencing the breath as it is. Feeling yourself in your own bubble of energy. You are just breathing in and out into this bubble. You might see it as a color. It could be sparkly and glittery. It's your bubble of energy. And you can nourish yourself and nourish it with the flow of your breath and the softness of your being. It's effortless. Staying in your bubble for as long as you like. And if you're ready to begin to come out, just let it start with the breath. This visualizing in your mind's eye this transfer of energy from soles of feet to the space above the crown of your head, underneath you and around you. And adding in physical movements whenever you feel ready. Just honoring everything. Simplicity of moving. Simplicity of staying in your rest. Taking the time. Gift of time, moving slowly. Opposed to rushing from one thing to the next and not even knowing how you got from here to there. Know how you got from here to there. And savoring that. Whenever you're ready, just joining the hands together at the heart to each other in place. Bowing your chin to all that you are, to this time, to this gift, to this opportunity to know yourself in a very deep, healing way. And to that, friends, we'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra and an Om. Inhale to lengthen, exhale completely, and we'll inhale to move.
May we be blessed with loving kindness.
May we be well.
May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy and may we be happy.
Inhale.
Oh.
Breathe into your hands. Catch that breath and Om Shanti, Om Peace. Everything you need, you put in there. Lifting your chin and just offering this deeply to yourself, wholly to yourself, and out to each other. And then we need to take it on back and bring it in. This doesn't happen when you go to co-op. You go. This is it. So with great love and compassion and patience and trust. Happy Sun Day. Much love, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. Be well, and we'll see you on Tuesday. So much love. Thank you. Thank you.